Yeah, I know y'all miss me. Not with the clap. Don't do the clap. Y'all miss me. I see the comments flowing right now. Y'all miss me. Y'all serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
Let's get on with the video.
Yeah. This is what I feel like.
Oh my God.
It's not what it looks like.
You're just like your father.
Hey Godzilla vs. Kong fans, thanks so much for clicking on this video. Oh, we are so close to seeing them hairy cheeks and Clifford Lizard come to battle, and basically all the mysteries surrounding this movie have now been solved. What I'm going to be breaking down here for you guys is comicbook.com went ahead and did a set visit where they actually got to be on the set of Godzilla vs. Kong, shake hands with Godzilla, pluck them hairy cheeks. Oh, I'm so jealous. But not only that, they spoke to production designers, the directors, and basically all our fan theories are going to be put to shame right now because they explain why Kong is much bigger in this movie, where he gets his battle axe, why Godzilla goes bad in this movie, and even our first look at MECHAGODZILLA and the inside of him. So I'm gonna need your guys' opinions down below with everything we discussed here today. How do you feel about all these explanations involved in the movie? Even if you don't enjoy them, like, we're really watching this thing to just see two gigantic things battle it out, and we's gonna get that. As well as don't be forgetting to hit that like button and subscribing if you're enjoying all the movie related content. So like I said here, comicbook.com, we're the ones who went ahead and did a set visit and basically revealing all these details here. I'll go one by one with it. So for one, they do go ahead and explain why Kong is much bigger in this movie, and it's kind of something we've already been knowing. They go ahead and said here, Kong is bigger in this film. There's a line of Skull Island that he's still growing. So he's an adolescent in that film. Not only that, they also seem to confirm where Kong is going to be getting his gigantic battle axe in this movie to fight Godzilla. They go ahead and say here, a second mission is commissioned to go into Hollow Earth, but it's much more dangerous journey. Nathan, who at first is resistant, is eventually through some very emotional means convinced to go. He's told that they have new crafts for this journey into Hollow Earth through this different portal. But Nathan only agrees to go if they take Kong with them. The belief is that if they have a creature they believe came from Hollow Earth, it's probably a smart play to consider there will be all sorts of monsters in the film, especially in the Hollow Earth sequence. And we saw in the trailer, that's where Kong went ahead and grabbed his battle axe and put it up to the sky. And that basically does confirm what we've been hearing, is that although the axe is made out of a spike from a Godzilla, it's not the Godzilla that we're seeing in the movie. It was made by his ancestors and passed down because Godzilla and Kongs have just been fighting non-stop all throughout the century. Still, that's going to be a real fascinating sequence to see, and what other kind of new monsters they introduce into the movie from there. Because they say here, the belief is if they have a creature they believe came from Hollow Earth and who will have some kingship with some of the things they may find in it, they may have a better chance to survive. So some of the things they might find in it is going to be that battle axe. But onto that, some of the stuff uncovering the MECHAGODZILLA in this movie, they confirm they are using the Ghidorah head that we saw at the end of King of Monsters to build MECHAGODZILLA. The director here said, I think in a subtle way, Ghidorah kind of haunts this movie. Going on to what the production designer then says, no one had ever really designed the Ghidorah skull. Continue on, somehow the Ghidorah skull will be tied directly connected to the MECHAGODZILLA of it all. We all kind of figured that's what they would be doing with that Ghidorah head, is kind of using it as the blueprints to make MECHAGODZILLA. I know there were some fans out there that were really hoping that it was MECHAGHIDORA, but not just yet. Maybe at the end of this movie they can find the MECHAGODZILLA head and turn that into MECHAGHIDORA. But also, since now we know they are confirming that they're using the Ghidorah skull to turn it into MECHAGODZILLA, this also explains why Godzilla is going bad in this movie. Right here in the article, they say, this Ghidorah skull will send out some sort of signal out in Godzilla vs. Kong, which will be a key part of the film, which allows the incredibly designed set to show off itself. So that is finally the explanation we have right there, is Godzilla is right there in the trailer. It's not the theory that some of us had where we thought that wasn't really Godzilla and maybe it was inspiration from the Toho movies where it's MECHAGODZILLA in disguise wearing some sort of meat Godzilla suit or a hologram covering him up. Nope, that actually is Godzilla the entire time. He's just kind of going crazy and mad because he hears a signal of Ghidorah out there and he has no idea where it's coming from. This also explains why in the trailer we see a board that is only attacking Apex and Monarch locations, because he's looking for this skull that is probably being moved around to all these locations. And you know what, that seems like a good explanation, and it makes sense why the King of Monsters would want to finish the job he started. But like, still, Godzilla is still killing innocent people looking for this this thing, are we Godzilla vs. Kong fans gonna be able to forgive that as our king and monster, our savior, is just doing that? It's almost like a Winter Soldier situation where the Winter Soldier is a good guy, but he's had all this mind manipulation that led him to kill Tony Stark's parents, along with so many other assassinations. Are we gonna be okay once that all goes away and Godzilla was like, man, he killed my cousin Larry. He was working in the farms. But maybe they'll explain it that Godzilla was only attacking Apex locations and that's the bad guy headquarters. So it's okay. He killed bad guys. But along with this set visit, we also have the photos itself of our first look of the inside of MECHAGODZILLA. And here you go. This thing is a beaut. I am loving the vibe and the aesthetic inside this head. This will be the control base for the MECHAGODZILLA. It sort of has a Pacific Rim style vibe to it where it'll actually be a physical human in the inside controlling it, which is kind of surprising to me because I thought it would be something where a human would safely be miles away controlling the MECHAGODZILLA, but instead it looks like he's gonna have to be right inside of it. We also see right here, this is the guy that we saw in the trailer who's playing the character of Ren that we knew was bad because he was standing in front of those blueprints of the MECHAGODZILLA. I really can't wait to see the explanation for why they went ahead and did this, where they actually want to be protectors of Earth, or they were wanting to use this thing to kind of rule over the world and be like, look, if we have a mechanical Godzilla, nobody can take us down, and then I can have all the Pokemon cards in the world, because that's what the movie's about, right? I can understand some people thinking this is a big spoiler for Godzilla vs. Kong, seeing the inside of MECHAGODZILLA's head, but we all kind of figured the dude would be showing up in the movie, because come on.
These ads, I can't stand it.
I figured the dude would be showing up in the movie, because come on, all these versus films have had some guy show up that's a third party that the other two guys have to team up and fight. But also pair that up with the confusing marketing message that one will fall in this movie, promising either Godzilla or Kong. At least that's what we think, when we all know it's gonna be MECHAGODZILLA as the one who falls. The director was still pretty open with Collider, saying that he wasn't gonna make the same mistakes Batman vs. Superman did in this whole two people fighting that then have to meet a separate villain. So I have faith that they can pull it off, and I'm thinking there's still going to be a couple more surprises left in here in this movie. So even with us seeing the inside of what MECHAGODZILLA is going to be looking like, I still want to know what it could mean for the larger monster universe and how they're even going to end this movie if they're going to continue making more monster universe movies.
And to anybody questioning that this would even be involved with MECHAGODZILLA, since they weren't clear to say that in the article, even though it's super obvious, if you peek yourself into the very corner of this photo, you can see again the control panel for a MECHAGODZILLA right there if you zoom into it. So don't know what else this could be used for.
But I think it'll still make sense in the movie, and it'll be cool to see then once MECHAGODZILLA comes stepping out. Of course, that signal he's sending out is going to deter Godzilla's attention from King Kong and turn around to want to beat up MECHAGODZILLA. I also wonder if Apex is knowing about this signal that the Ghidorah head is sending out, and maybe they can weaponize it and have it be pinpointed at a certain location where they can then turn Godzilla into their own weapon, where they can fake a signal that it's coming from Florida, then Godzilla will come over there, destroy some buildings, or even them target it to King Kong himself and make him think he's where the signal's coming from. I could see that being something that they use in the movie. But like I said, in the end, we're just wanting to see these two guys fight each other, and that's going to be the best part of the film. I also love right here how they released this international poster of Godzilla and Kong fighting in the water. Doesn't make a lot of sense for my boy Kong really trying to breathe under that water, but it looks like he does have the upper hand on Godzilla, choking him right here, so go Kong. But how are you guys feeling about this explanation right here? Do you like the reason that Godzilla is going bad in this movie? How do you feel about how King Kong is getting his axe? Do you like this Pacific Rim vibe that they're giving MECHAGODZILLA? Anything and everything. I want to hear your guys' thoughts down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at 3C Film Review. As always, I'm Chris. Take care.
Alright. Y'all got what y'all want. You better not be King Kong. Or so help me. Let me know how y'all thought about this video below. Like I said, I've been listening to him with his theories and whatnot. He be wrong sometimes. Especially on WandaVision last week. But still, I've been listening to him. He be 100% right. He be 100% wrong sometimes. 3C Films, aka Chris. Subscribe to him today. Not tomorrow, not the week after, not the year after, not a month after, not in 2052. Right now. Really, let me know what y'all thought about this video down below. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, go on to my TikTok, go on my Instagram, and maybe cash at me. But I'm really trying to make some money out of this channel. I'll go make some money somehow, YouTube. You hear me? Alright. I'm Jordan. Peace be on with you. I may be coming out with a Mortal Kombat reaction trailer, but I heard that come out when it was a disaster. So make sure y'all look out for that. That's what I'm gonna say right now. Alright. Peace.
Whoa. Whoa. Okay.